There's this new movie called Vathikuchi, directed by somebody called Kinsley. He's a new director, but it doesn't matter because I think he's turned out a product which is like 10, 20 times better than even the veterans in the business. He's got a story which is new in the sense that 3 random incidents are woven into one story, and you don't realize it till you're about halfway through the movie when you realize that whatever's been shown earlier, they're all leading to some common conclusion. Otherwise, you think that there are 3 separate things happening. So the hero is Dileepan. Now he's A.R.Murgadoss' brother. So I guess he figured that instead of making random people stars, he might as well make his own brother into a star. So he has cast his brother as a hero, and Anjali, who's done so many films, as the heroine. Now in the movie, this guy is a share auto driver, a good-hearted guy, always ready to have a laugh and help people out. But there's one strange quirk, I wouldn't say quirk, a good quality in him, which is that he can't stand too much of injustice being shown to others. So he tends to intervene when there's something patently wicked or about to happen, or something bad when we planned or plotted. He gets involved in it. So the story is essentially how Dileepan gets to interfere in the lives of 3 random people. And those 3 don't know each other. But in each of their cases, they were planning something, and this guy gets in the middle and he thwarts it, and therefore earns their anger. In one of them, one of the characters is Jagan, who's normally doing sidekick roles, humorous thing, but he drops that in favor of being a villain in this. He's an insurance salesman planning to kidnap somebody, and then that goes wrong. So this guy gets in the middle of all that, and so he earns his wrath. Then there is Jayaprakash, who's a jeweler. He's also planning to do something, make some quick money. This guy gets involved in that. And finally with Sampath. By the way, Sampath is an underused actor in my books. I think he's probably the best looking guy among all the chaps in Hollywood. He should be used more often. I mean, he's handsome enough to be a hero, and he can pull off villainy with ease. So in this, he's the head of a small little gang of ruffians, goons, who go around holding up people, taking their money. And one of those incidents where they rob somebody coming out of an ATM turns out to be our hero. And they take the money and they run away. They hold a knife against his throat, so he can't do much, he gives it. But he goes and works himself out looking for revenge. Work out in a gym, builds up his body and his stamina and all that. And he comes and takes on these goons in a fight. And where does he do it? Right in Sampath's house. So he beats the daylight of all those chaps. Bit unbelievable, all the stunts, bodies flying all over the place. One punch and they're like twirling through the air. It's like almost like a space shuttle. They just taking off into the air. But that's part of cinema making today, all these unbelievable fights. And the odd thing is this guy is standing on his balcony and watching all this action on his next to his gate. So he has a sneaking admiration for the auto driver, whose name is Shakti in the movie. So he comes down and says, okay, let's forget it. Okay, my guys did this to you. It was unfair what they did. I'll bring you. Here's the money. Take it and go away. This guy's made of different stuff. So he says, no, it's all not enough that you just give me my money. I want to fight you. And I want to fight you and I want to bash you. So they have a fight and they pulverize each other for a little while, but then they all part and go. So he's holding it out for him. Okay, he came and did this to me. I want to fix him. Because once he gets beaten, his followers start to shun him, saying, hey, what kind of leader is this? He got beaten up by, just an ordinary guy. So he's trying to recapture his position by killing him. So 3 people looking to kill him, and that's the story. And in between all this, he's in love with his neighbor or somebody who lives in the same small township that he lives in. And that's Anjali. She is again continuing where she left off in Enge Mepodum, being that brash, irritating, overbearing, domineering woman, constantly telling her boyfriend or whatever how to act, how to talk, how to sit, running him down all the time, but at the same time being the same level as him. It's not that she's a princess and he's being pursued by a normal guy. He's a share auto driver and she is just the daughter of somebody who's a clerk or something. So the same social level. But she's ambitious, she likes to dress up well, so she thinks she's superior. But it's a good act in the sense whatever she's asked to do was good, but she's starting to get typecast. I wish she would just reinvent herself and do a new type of thing. But the thing about the movie is that I was just wondering, is it a reflection of what youngsters are thinking of these days, what their ideas of a hero is these days, that they're looking for dark people, not necessarily all light and sweetness and being polite to the elders and all that. They're liking all these strange, bizarre guys who are short-tempered, pick a fight, drop of a hat, or maybe is it that social inequalities are driving them into thinking that crime is the only way to get ahead, and filmmakers are using people like that. As it is in the papers you're reading every day about some murder, somebody being hacked in broad daylight. So it's not that what is shown in the movie is unlikely or it's an exaggeration. It's happening every day. So maybe, the killings are to be viewed in that way, that it's not something unusual. And they're trying to, the director was probably trying to get into the head of these guys and saying, how is it that people like this can think of extreme acts like murder in retaliation for small insults, I don't know. So they're all some gruesome killing, some guy who loses his head, the goons are trying to kill somebody off and they hold him in front of an oncoming suburban train. Naturally he's decapitated and you can see the body writhing on the side of the track. All pretty gruesome. But anyway, that's the story. And it's like a matchstick, I guess. A small thing will set it off, set it alight. So that's what happens in this movie. A small incident and it blows up into a big thing. But of course the hero gets his way, bashes all the villains, knocks them out, and he gets his girl. So that's the movie. But I like the whole investigation into how people react to violence. Some react very docilely, they'll just accept the thing and walk away. Some others might come back at you and bite your head off for just merely having bumped them on the stairs to a railway station or some small act like that. But the director, I think you need to watch out for him. The cast have done their job. The hero, Dilip, just continues to be a nice guy, alternating with some extremely violent behavior. And A.R.Murgadoss continues his love for violence from where he left off at Gajni. There's just a lot of hitting and beating and bodies flying through the air. So I guess A.R.Murgadoss can be called A.R.Murgadoss because he continues to flirt with people being killed. But it's a successful formula for him and it works. But Kingsley, that's the guy to watch. Vathikuchi. Great movie.